I really hope that tonight is it for the NBA Finals because if I have to look at Jeffrey walking down the street one more time, talk about Knicks energy,
Come
I
on
might
now.
lose it.
Come on now. Look, I see you. Is that orange?
It is old.
Oh, it's contagious. It's contagious. I told you it's Nick's fever. It's Nick's fever. Knicks in 5. I'm telling you, it's tonight. Renee, it's tonight. We have a few hours and, Knicks will be champ. It's a celebration in the streets. I'm telling you. Look, you got your orange on. You're prepared.
Welcome, everybody. This is episode 115 of the Please Do Tell podcast, premiering on June 16th. So we are all up in Juneteenth. But I'm Ronnika, and I have the pleasure of joining me today.
Hey, look, a Knicks fan the last couple weeks, his name is Jeffrey. Yes, Knicks fan. Come on now. We're hunkering down. Renika, you got on the orange. Don't front us. You love the stories. You see us in the streets. People just yelling down the street. Go Nick. Go Nick. It's tonight. So I have a lot of energy today. So you better be ready. You better be ready.
We got the Knicks Finals. We're still in Black Music Month. We're at almost at the midway point.
Midway, yeah.
Story Salon just had a fundraiser this past week,
I want to hear more
and
about it.
and it is Juneteenth season.
It is. It is. It is. It's Juneteenth. We're here.
So we've been clearly outside, and we're gonna continue to be outside because this is how we're starting our summer.
Ooh,
So one word that I would say to describe the fundraiser on Thursday, I'm going to use the word that one of the panelists used to describe the Ben Harbor Tiger basketball teams. Electric. There was a lot of power in that room, like good energy. It was, yeah. Okay, Jeffrey, one word for you that would describe this moment, and really no context needed.
are you saying for
For you, just for this past week, for the Knicks and all that, what would be one word? In the city.
one word? Man, it's so many.
I know.
I would say electric.
Mm.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's been electric. The energy, because people are speaking to people,
Mhm, 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 mhm.
and then I mean you have so many different people. The World Cup is happening here in New York City, or actually in at MetLife, um, in Jersey, but you're coming to the city, so it's been a lot. Traffic, so I'm electric. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna sum that one up, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So, oof, we gonna go, excuse me, right into our next segment, and it is, I'm gonna give Jeffrey, oh my gosh, totally forgot about this part. Since Jeffrey is going to be interviewing me. No, he ain't. We just gonna have dialogue, but you can ask these questions if you want to.
Mm, alright. So, even though I told you I wanted to know more about the evening, so now we do get a chance to dive in, because I know that our listeners wanna hear more too. I mean, one word was good, but, we want a little bit more,
Okay.
alright? Alright, so what was the moment when you walked in and knew it was gonna be a good night?
When I saw the legendary player, L.C. Bowens, and right behind him was, one of the longest running coaches of Ben Harbor basketball, Coach Paul Wilhite and his wife, Laverne. When I saw that when I was coming back with the food and I saw them walking towards the door, I was like, It could just be them in the crowd, Lord. It could just be them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
when I knew for sure. I said, they here, and they here, and they early, and they ready. So, yeah, that's when I knew for sure it was gonna be a good night.
Sounds like the community showed up. You know,
Mhm.
and some of the players. What I mean by
Yes.
players is some of the impact because you just was talking about Coach Wilhite as well,
Mhm.
so, and his wife,
Yes.
because a lot of people don't understand as a coach's spouse, you make a lot of sacrifice. You meet
Mhm.
a lot of kids that become your kids,
Mhm.
so, it's a whole, I mean, it's so much into it, so it's a teamwork. But I do got, another question is, as we talked about how the community showed up, who was one person that showed up that you least expected?
I do wanna tell y'all this. So, we are talking about Ben Harbor basketball, as in Ben Harbor, Michigan, and we can talk about a few of the people that have played in the Farnham Gym, that have went on to play in the NBA. You have, Anthony Miller, Robert Whaley, Wilson Chandler, um, Chet Walker, Hall of Famer Chet Walker. That's just to name just,
Yeah.
from our hometown,
Mhm,
played
mhm.
in the same gym where Jeffrey and I played in the pep band. So, it was
Actually, let me just throw my little 2 cent in there. I played in ninth grade at Barnum Gym too, so I understand a little bit of the culture. I was there for a season, and then I had to go play the instruments for the rest of the years. Don't minimize my moment. Farnham is important. Look, I graduated from in that same gym. So, absolutely, yeah. But no, tell me about this person since you're gonna call me out.
Okay, sorry. I really, I can go back to Elsie Bowens. Elsie Bowens is a part of the 1964, 1965 state championship team. And as if you throw that name out anywhere, either locally or to someone that knows about Ben Harbor basketball, they will tell you he is probably the best player to ever come through Farnham Gym. Such a humble guy, he didn't wanna be on the panel, he didn't wanna speak, didn't wanna come at first. He was just like, I don't know." But the fact that he was given his flowers that night, his former teammate, was on the panel and got to run off his stats. I was just like, this was a bad man. Like, this
Yeah,
was a bad man. Now, if there
yeah.
was Mr. Basketball, back then, he would have won it hands down. So they did a retro of, for the people that before they had Mr. Basketball who would have won Mr. Basketball, and of course, he was one of them. But,
Wow.
yeah, definitely least expected. That's when I said, like, "Oh, yeah, for sure it's gonna be a good for sure it's
Mhm.
gonna be a good night."
Wow, wow. That mean, did he get a chance to speak?
So he spoke a little bit. He would, verify or, basically verify the information that was being told, but yeah, he
Okay,
did. Yep.
okay. Alright, so when, I'm all about the speaking part, so what was one of the, stories that was told that kinda, like, stopped the room?
The average point scored by that 64-65 team, I believe it's the 2nd highest in Michigan history. They used to average 98 points a game
That's crazy. In high school, you're playing
in
8
high
minutes,
school.
8 minutes. So in 32 minutes of a game, they would score 98 points. That's
98 points.
that's crazy.
We sitting there like, I'm sorry, what? In high school, yes, in high school.
Wow, wow. I know that you kinda summed it up a little bit earlier, by kinda giving context to, Benton Harbor, the community, in Michigan, and then talking about basketball, putting the 2 together. What does Benton Harbor basketball mean to the community?
It's the heartbeat of the community. I know we can talk about, like, what brought people here, such as jobs, but, um and we only have 1 high school. Growing up, we only had 1 high school. If that program or that school, whatever, if it was to ever go away, that would be I think it would be the end of Ben Harbor that we know and love. So, yeah, it's absolutely the heartbeat of the community.
Yeah, it's funny that you, mentioned it in that context because I remember being a kid and going to a basketball game, and you call them, Benton Harbor. You call the basketball team Benton Harbor, just like you call the Chicago Bulls or the Detroit Pistons. And then I remember high school years, you remember that, but you're like a kid. But then I became an adult, and then I would hear my nieces and nephews say, "Oh, Ben Harbor playing tonight," and I'm
Mhm,
"What?
mhm.
Going on?" Like, so it's its whole entity,
Yeah.
so that's one thing that I grasped from it. Uh, but what did the archives bring up? What was
Ooh,
a piece of history that hit differently?
did not know that Coach Wilhite, well, actually, he moved here from Arkansas, 1960s. Yeah, so because he was able to see Elsie Bowens play as a
Okay,
player,
okay.
and he said, and he said it that night too. He said, because he said, "I always get the question, like, who was my favorite players?" And he said, "I can never answer that question, but I will tell you the best that I've ever seen in that gym is and will always be Elsie Bowens."
Wow.
And Elsie was just like, "Alright, okay, I'm taking it in, I'm taking it in." But so Coach Wilhite moved here, he was 21,
Wow,
21.
wow.
He moved here to coach the girls' basketball team. So he started out as the girls' basketball coach, and then he transitioned to boys, I believe in the I feel like it was the '80s.
I think so.
Don't quote me on yeah, so, that was just, like, mind-blowing to me, so I was able to see a lot of our former teachers as his players, like Cheryl Finley, Lisa Harvey, Gondruzik, who is, if you all know about the sisters, Kaiser and Calabria, that is their mom, so again, Ben Harbor
Mhm,
basketball. Where did
mhm.
Kaiser play? Ben Harbor basketball. So, yeah, so to see the or another thing, as Coach Wilhite, he said, "Ooh, I ain't looked through these scrapbooks in a mighty long time. Like I can't tell you the last time I looked through them." So he's flipping through them and he's recalling where each person went to college.
Wow.
And yeah, because you may ask me something else that'll make me, go a little bit deeper with that, but that was mind blowing to me.
To
Oh yeah, yeah,
remember his
yeah.
players, the
Yes,
connection,
yes.
especially like you said, someone that comes to our community from Arkansas at the age of 21 and get immersed into the community,
Yeah.
uh, where, it's different when you move from one place to the next to say, "Hey, I wanna be a part of," and then not just saying I wanna be a part of, being accepted into, and such a prestige, entity.
Mhm.
But I do wanna ask another question because it was sponsored by Story Salon, right?
Mhm.
Alright,
Yes.
so being that it was sponsored by Story Salon, how do I look at it like Story Salon and the basketball and the community, like, how do that all tie in? Or how did Story Salon decide that they wanted to put on this event?
So one of the first, I believe projects that I said I wanted to do even before we did Retracing Their Steps was I said, "Ooh, I wanna do a project. I wanna do a piece on Ben Harbor basketball. I know how it impacted my life." I mean, my brother was on that varsity team and played on the varsity team. He wasn't just on it, he played. Um
Yeah, there's a difference about being on
Yeah,
the
it's like,
team
yeah,
and playing.
played,
Understood,
played.
understood, especially if you contributed. You're like, "Hold on, hold on, hold
Yeah.
on."
Yes, he was a starter. I can say that he was a starter.
Okay.
Um, oh my gosh, you made okay, so our whole mission is you see, I done got all see, get it together, Ronnie. Our mission is preserving history, creating legacy, and engaging community. And I see the passion and the just how it really brings that basketball game those basketball games really bring the community into one place to celebrate, to be on one accord. Like, there's nobody that's from Ben Harbor that want Ben Harbor to lose. Like, that's crazy, you know?
Right.
So,
Right. Right.
when I saw the impact of this is something that was really wild. So, shout out to Konika. Konika son played on the game, so she would go live for the people that were living all across the country. She would go live through her Facebook page and do the games. Like one time, she was just like the whole. When I say it was so serious that the state of Michigan wanted to shut her down, was like, no, we record the games. No one else can record the game. So something else happened that now you're able to record
Wow.
the game. So I said,
Wow.
okay,
It
but
became that official.
yeah,
She was a
yes,
follower. Wow.
yes,
Wow.
yes. So I can remember she, um, she was recording the game, and of course, when you go live anywhere, that alarms people that you're not home, unfortunately. So her house was burglarized,
Damn.
and she went on and this is what I'm saying, like, the tying in, like, the power of community, what Story Salon does is telling these stories, is she went on Facebook and said that someone had broken into her house. And immediately people start calling her, was like, "I just bought something from this house, I can bring it back." Like, she got 90% of her stuff back.
Wow. Wow.
And I feel that it's because she looking out, of course, people knowing people, and it all goes back to Ben Harbor basketball. It was like, "No, we gotta protect her because she over here looking out for us." The ones that can't come to the game or wanna go back and
Right.
watch something on the game,
Right. Right.
she's doing this for free. Like,
And
she's making sure her phone is charged, all of that. Like, she's doing a service.
yeah.
So they made the community made sure that they took care of her. So that's when I talk about, like, the impact of how the community really shows up for Ben Harbor basketball. So it's like we really wanted to be able to tell these stories of the why that basketball team is why those basketball teams are so beloved, both boys and girls, and the importance of preserving these stories because we know that these a lot of these people are getting older and we got to be able to pass these stories down to the generations to come.
Right. Right. Well, sounds like you had a night.
It was a
I'm
night.
upset that I have missed it, as being, a little bit away, but man, I definitely the stories,
Mhm.
goosebumps, you
So
know.
you all would laugh at the behind the scenes. That'll be like a after show or something for me and Jeffrey because it was a lot that went on that night or the night before. And, if you wanna check it out, you can follow. We actually went live from our Facebook page, which is the Story Salon, and, we actually collaborated with, one of the museum organizations here, Morton House Museum, so both of those pages went live, so you're able to check us out. If you're not following us, The Story Salon on Instagram, and we are Story Salon, The Story Salon on Facebook, and you'll know us by our brand logo, which is a little chair that says Story Salon.
Hey, hey.
And that's all I got.
Alright, alright. So I guess we are on to the next segment.
You know it.
Alright, so it's time to check in.
Tell me if you want me to. That's what it's giving.
Oh boy. That gave me Saturday for real.
It did.
Saturday cleaning up the house.
Yes.
Man. All right now.
Okay.
All right.
So, have you even started the challenge? Let's start there.
Yeah, I know you're not talking about for Black Music Month.
Mhm.
Why?
Hmm.
I missed it. How's the challenge been this week for you?
Uh. Listen, before we even start recording, the prompt has not I already know the prompt, but it hasn't been posted yet. I think I might use that song though. Let me write that down. I
If
might
you
use that song because
want me to.
Is that Groove Theory? I think that's Groove
Yep,
Theory.
yep,
Okay.
tell me. Tell me. Tell me.
Okay. Excuse me.
Don't they say
Um,
that? Tell me. Oh, oh, oh.
mm,
Yeah,
mm,
yeah. Come
okay.
on now. Extended mix.
Okay. Okay. Um, but the prompts have been on point. Your favorite male or a song, I think it was just a song with your favorite male voice. So that could be a group or it could be a feature. And I decided to do Dave Hollis or Blackstreet because Dave Hollister is one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's a member
One
of
of
Black.
my favorites.
He's a member. Yeah. David's
Oh.
good. David's
Mm,
good.
mhm.
I would probably say, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh. That would be like the best black male, like solid vocals, I think.
Ugh.
First one that popped in my head.
Okay. All right.
Can't even remember what's that? Mint condition, right?
No. That was like when I was caught up. Yeah, that's not mint
Oh,
condition.
who is that?
I don't know. Now you done threw me off. So
Right.
were you talking about
You know
Stokely?
what's amazing, y'all? How all of a sudden she said it ain't, but she don't know who it is.
Is
No,
that Troop?
it
And
ain't no Snoop.
if I if that's what it no. Was that what it was? What was it then? How does he not know?
You know,
And he's singing it.
'cause it was the first thing popped in my head because it's a class. It's Shy,
Shy, yes.
Shy,
I
and I
said
ain't even
Troop.
have to look it up. Once I went, if I ever, I said it's Shy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was perfect. They were good.
Somebody gonna get us in the comments. I don't care.
But yeah,
All right.
yeah. They running to
They
the
ready.
comment.
Right. Like, dang, okay.
Make
Sure.
sure you post it twice so we don't forget.
Pretty please. Thank you. All right. Now I feel like all these for me because you ain't even started.
Yeah, I'm ready, but
Are you?
I ain't ready.
Mm. So since you've been watching, so have you been watching the prompts or seeing people post about it? You ain't even seen mine, so that means he ain't watched my stories, y'all. That was a trick question.
It was. I've been in Knicks fever. I can't lie. It's been all Knicks.
All right, so now I'm gonna just zoom on down to culture check because I'm not even gonna
You
do
just
this
gonna
one.
skip it?
Yes,
What?
yes.
Oh,
Good night. Good night and good morning again.
uh,
No.
why did you skip? The
He said
culture's
bring
mad at you. Juneteenth week, you skip Black Music Month. This is terrible. I want y'all to speak out. I want y'all to speak out. That's all right. That means we got to do 3 next week. So I just want to
That's
let you
fine.
know. Actually, we'll
That's
just do
fine.
beginning of the month, and we'll just
Okay.
all right. Peace.
Capiche? I'm gonna need you to just start, okay? Just start.
All right. Now,
Fine.
can I post like each one, like catch up, and
You
then
can,
show me post?
please.
What I want you to show me is how to post it and then have the record finished.
Yeah.
I love it
Yeah.
when you do it. So maybe I intentionally avoid yours because yours are too good. But no, show me that, and then I'll catch up. I'll catch up this weekend. You know, people gonna be like, chill tomorrow after the Knicks win tonight in 5.
Yes,
So,
that's true.
yeah.
That's true. Okay. All
So I'll
right.
let you go to culture check. We picking with her today, y'all, since she just gonna run past
I
black
was trying to act like I
not
was frozen.
doing things.
Dang.
We gonna keep talking. We gonna have you laughing. Yeah, come on.
It's trying to look like I was frozen. Till I had to blink.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I want you to lead out this segment if you could, or
I got skipped over and now I gotta leave.
Yeah, or I mean, because 'cause I'm just itching to get to the rest of the segment, so Imma oblige it, but because I was like, in the culture check, I really just wanted to talk about the Knicks,
All right. Well, I'm gonna
because you know what the culture doing right now.
before we get into it, I guess a little bit of the business. Um, we talked a little bit about Juneteenth, and the importance of what Juneteenth is. I think that that's where we want to go today.
Mhm,
Um, we're getting a lot of back and forth of, America 250. You have so many different immigrants from this country that say, "Hey, I'm Italian American or I'm German American." The question is like not a question, but just a statement is Juneteenth is the independence for blacks in America.
mhm,
Period. There is no question. One would say, well, what do you mean? The end of slavery. We know that the end of slavery happened in 1865. Excuse me, 1863 with the Emancipation Proclamation, but the end of the Civil War, 1865.
mm,
However, plantation owners were still running the business as usual. And
mhm,
finally, in Galveston, Texas, it's the last known place where blacks that were enslaved learned that you're free now.
yep,
We know that that freeness led into sharecropping, which led into Jim Crow, which led into modern day what we deal with. But we are going to celebrate Juneteenth as our Independence Day.
mhm,
And we call it Juneteenth because I know somebody's in the background. I got you, player. Somebody's in the background want to know, what does the teenth mean? Well, as a people that you had just emancipated, ended their slavery, a lot of them didn't know how to read and write. You talking about the Emancipation Proclamation, 1863? What the hell is that? You talking about free. Well, how am I free? And I don't even know how to really move around in this place. So from that standpoint, they told them in June, and so there is no real date of it. Was it the 10th, the 16th, the 19th? We know it is 10th. If you want to know, rewind it. We won't continue to repeat it. It is Juneteenth. So we celebrate Juneteenth. Just like it's 4th of July, we celebrate America's independence from Britain, but we know that that was on the backs of us as being enslaved. So, in the midst of oppression, we were double oppressed. So, we had to give our independence as well. So, if you got questions about Juneteenth, reach out and we're here to enlighten you. That's a little bit about Juneteenth on the serious side.
mm.
Renika?
The doors of the church are open. Alright.
You know, my great grandfather was a pastor.
Mhm, I mean, it was what did they say on the If You Know You Know late night show? "Oh, y'all wait to the end to preach." Okay.
Oh, yeah, they did say that.
I said,
They
"Oh,
waited to the end to preach.
he's to my, speak sister." I said, "Oh, okay, yeah." Just really passionate about this, really.
Yeah, yeah. I want them in the back to hear.
If you don't know, now you know, okay? So act
Mhm,
accordingly.
correct.
Jeffrey,
Yeah. Some of
one more one more time for
my ally. Come on, talk about them. You got the
the
colors on. Show me that orange. Talk
well, I
about 'em.
actually have on our school colors if you, don't look at my letters,
Well,
but
yeah, I seen
yeah,
that. I seen that,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Um, the Knicks. What is that energy doing to New York and to the Black sports culture?
Well, what I saw, because I like to check the ratings and everything because it's impact. You can feel
Mhm,
like it's a little bit different. Game 4 had 23.8 million viewers. It peaked at 26. That was the most since Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls played the Utah Jazz in the 1998. You can feel the energy towards basketball. It's been the closest final in points in the last 10 years. People like competition. Uh, it's amazing to see the sport because so many of the athletes are from so many places in the world. Whether it's, Giannis or Wimby or Luca or Joker or SGA. And all of those guys that I just mentioned are non-Americans, and they're like top 10 candidates for MVP every year now.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's just how that sport has evolved. So, you don't have to because a lot of American whites abandoned NBA basketball. They didn't like the culture that was Allen Iverson. They didn't like, as they call it, hip hop culture. Remember, they were wearing regular clothing to the game, and then they changed where they had to wear suits
Mhm.
to the game. They wanted to change the image because American whites weren't. They were saying it's too. I want to use one of their words. It's too ethnic. It's too gangster. Well, realistically, just like most black culture that we've seen appropriated throughout this, lifetime, um, that culture of basketball went over to other lands and they just embraced it. And now
Mhm.
those individuals come over here where we have a structure and they making millions of dollars. So, but the energy is crazy. But I haven't felt like this since the '90s with basketball. I'm over here cheering for the Knicks, and no disrespect, I know people like, "Man, yeah, he's not really." I grew up in the '90s. I grew up a Bulls fan. Um, the Knicks and the Bulls always played against each other, and I'm always gonna be a Bulls fan. But I'm definitely not gonna turn down this energy. It's the reason why you go to the club. It wasn't your party when they said it was, such and such party and you can get in for $10, but you gonna act like it's your
Yeah.
party. That's all I'm saying. So
That's
I'm
right.
enjoying it, Knicks. Go Knicks.
Mhm.
And look, and it's crazy. I said Knicks in 5, and if they win tonight, it's gonna be Knicks in 5. But that's just like knowing basketball, playing. But I've been really watching the Knicks this year. And they're a comeback team. Comeback team. I used to didn't believe in them comeback teams because that's what all losers say, that they thought that they was gonna come back. But they have this year.
Jeffrey will be talking about the Knicks winning and their energy while having the Chicago Bulls theme song
In the
in the
background.
background. Crazy. He
Taking me
crazy.
back to the moments, but I couldn't disrespect Jordan like that. I couldn't disrespect Pip like that. I couldn't disrespect Rodman, Horace, BJ, Steve Kerr, John Paxson, all of the good guys. Even though one of the good guys passed away this past week, Stacey Keebler.
Mhm.
He used to
Mhm.
play for the Bulls. He won 2 or 3 championships with the Bulls. Yep, he passed away. Rest in peace to him and his family. To him,
Mm.
condolences to the family. So, yeah, I'm telling you, yeah, that's where I've been. I every time you walk down the street and it's like this guy at work, and he speaks predominantly Spanish, but he I guess he got the courage, just walked right up to me. He wanted to say, "How about this?" And it's crazy because his accent is thick,
Yeah.
and I'm over there, and I can't hide if I don't know
Like
what you're talking about.
right, yes, yes.
So
Say like
I'll give you a blank stare, like, What are you talking about? Right.
That's what my dad would say. "What are you talking about, buddy?"
Oh, yes. So, he was explaining, he was like, but I was actually picking up, but he was explaining to me, he said, "Hey, they haven't won in 53 years." And I said, "Yeah, that's a long time." He said, "Just imagine." He said, "I was 6 last time that they won." So he's 59. So you start to learn even more about people. He had to share that with me, but look at
Mhm.
he done brought in, like, and I mean, he's pretty, like, he's kinda level up. I was like, "Oh, I done met me a level up friend." You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Knicks. So, yeah, it's definitely been a networking sensation.
All right.
Go Knicks.
Okay.
Mm.
So we're gonna zoom on down to the summer kickoff. When does summer actually start for you? So, there's some questions down here for us. I feel like we've talked about these before, so my bad. I think I'm just so ready for summer to be here. Are you frozen? Oh my Joe. Oh my gosh, I hope he goes back.
And that's what happens when your cell phone is in the wrong space.
Oh my goodness.
Just gone. My apologies.
I said, I hope he comes back.
Y'all, that was crazy. Look, my cell phone's over.
Mm.
Alright, so I got a new setup, y'all. So I'm trying to if you notice, everything's been kinda off and I'm moving the mic and bear with us. Okay, give me a week, I'll be back in but I'm trying to see and yeah, so yeah, my cell phone turned off my laptop. So this is call it what it is. Just turned him off, said enough's enough. I guess that was the real Nick.
Well, think we're gonna fly right on down to, our favorite segment of, you already know, at the playground.
You know, hey,
Playground.
hey,
Aw, yeah.
another ABC creation at the playground. Play. You gotta go
Playground.
faster. Come on now.
Oh,
You don't even know the damn song, anime.
really? Anyhoot. The
See,
summer
I
that
looped
fell
on you. You was
Yeah,
ready.
yeah.
You too much.
Okay, so, gonna set the scene. You ready? Take me to the summer that felt the most free. Not the best summer, the freest one. What was happening and what made it feel that way?
Um,
I know I can't say any of our high school years because I feel like the summer didn't belong to me then
I'm
because
gonna
of
say
band camp.
maybe like my first full summer in New York.
Mm.
First full summer in New York because the green space is totally used differently than what I was used to growing up or even as an adult. Um, the way that people communicate, um, I wanna say freest is in you could go to a restaurant and the restaurant may seat 50 people, and I mean tight 50 people, and it'll be packed. And people just having a normal conversation, and you never pay attention to the person that's right next to you and what they're talking about. Like,
Hmm.
you don't, because 'cause they're in their world and you're in your own world. And so I would say that that's the freest instead of worrying about somebody listening to you or the word about somebody, "Oh, who is that over there with you over there?" That yeah. It was like it was a Where's Waldo type of feel, and, it was a good feeling.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I would say, my last summer working in Virginia. I was amongst the culture most of the time, especially on my free time, and, I was able to get away and do that just months after, my dad died. So I feel like I was free from anything that was, like, weighing me down back home. And, yeah, that was a great summer. Just the connections that were made. I knew that was gonna be my last summer because I knew I was gonna be graduating soon, and yeah, 2013.
Alright, what's a summer that you felt like a turning point?
Ooh,
Something before and something after.
so the summer of 2012, um, wow, it's like how it all just ties back to my dad, and we're gonna be what? Father's Day is coming up. Um, that turning point of I have to decide if this is who I want to be with or where I want to be, and then the after of it is, like, how important it was for me to be here that summer before, because that was the last summer with my dad. So,
Mm.
yeah, that was a lot of decision making and, yeah, but hindsight, it was like, "Wow, you had those 6 weeks with your dad that summer." Okay, the community summer moment, the block party, the family reunion, the thing everyone showed up for.
Um, community summer moment. I'm gonna say, seeing my classmates, um, when we did a party, like a community party, for our 40th birthday, and
Mm,
just seeing so many people from all walks of life now, from early 20s to late 50s, early 60s, trying to
mhm,
be in the in crowd of our 4-year space of high school, was pretty dope. And then to see, like, even a tense moment where, crowd control, things of that nature, but seeing 2 fashions within my classmates come together and say, "You got them, we got them," and move it along, as in working together as grown folk and making sure that their community, "Hey, we know you wanna have fun, but hey, you can't do that here."
mhm,
So I thought that that was pretty dope experience because it was fun, but also showed the community that you can't just they've been they've been like that their whole life, like, we better respect them.
yeah.
So that's what I would go with that. That was a community moment. Could you have a community event, but if it gets out of control, you don't wanna go to that one no more.
Nah, mm-mm.
But what's a summer you spent mostly outside, and what does outside mean when you're a kid in the neighborhood?
I wanna say it was that summer. Feel like it was probably I was going into the 6th grade. I don't think it was after my parents no, I think it was 5th going into 6th grade, and my childhood friend Brandon was in town for the whole summer, and we literally were outside from maybe 11 a.m., maybe even 10 a.m. until the streetlights came on,
Yeah.
until they yelling, "Neek, neek, it's time for you to come in the house."
Mm-mm.
So, my mom said she even recalls that summer. and I said to her, "Man, this has been the best summer ever." So that's why I think it was the 5th going into the 6th grade, but yeah, that outside was we were literally outside. I don't even I if we did eat anything, somebody was barbecuing or a fish fry was going on, we coming in just to get a little nibble, and we back at it,
Mm-mm. Just getting a little meal and keep it moving.
and just keep it moving.
May even use the green hose to drink water while
It
we outside.
we didn't been to the gas station until we didn't put all the quarters, the nickels, the dimes together to get a popsicle, so we
Mhm.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
'Cause you know we wasn't buying water. Now
Right.
that
Right. Right. Right.
the summer you realized you were becoming whoever you were going to be. That's a good one.
And that's crazy because I didn't even read that one. I've totally missed that one. So, sometimes you can miss it. That one didn't. It wasn't even on my list.
Mm.
Um, I'm going to say it was like 2 points. Well, the first one I won't accept because if you had to happen twice, then the first one wasn't enough. Bing. So I'm gonna say when I was 24 and I made the transition from working for Kellogg and then working at transition to the local community college. And at the same time I ran for mayor of the city. So it was like a lot going on. Um, but that exposure gave me an opportunity to meet, expand, um, um, network. So that was to quote a movie, "You gonna be the next Lenny Bruce," one of those moments, like, you could hear that I heard the echoes of that, you know what I'm saying? And so that was the support of the community saying, "I believe in you. You're gonna be something." Because you can say it yourself, but every once in a while when somebody else comes up and say, "Hey, you're pretty good."
Mhm.
That's extra step motivation there, because they
Yeah.
didn't have to say a damn thing to you.
That is so true. Oh, that's so
So,
true.
yeah, they didn't have to say anything. So
Mhm.
that's when I knew that summer. I was like, I'm at one of the top 3 employers in the area. Like, you capping off early. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ascertain that because you've looked at different cities and said, "Hey, where I wanna be," and then you look, "Hey, I'm gonna be in this city." Well, it's only 3, 4 places here, and if you really wanna, like, build that stable work, you know what I mean? So, I hit that. Now you're doing this. I hit that. Like, over time, either you're gonna, you know, yeah, anyway. Next question. So, damn, I missed.
A Juneteenth or
Yeah, 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 I went
okay.
down too far. Went down too far.
Okay.
A Juneteenth or 4th of July memory that felt specifically Black. Your community, your people, your celebration.
Say that, I was in our local Juneteenth parade. This was it during the I feel like it was during the, pandemic, so maybe 21, maybe the summer of 2021. Um, and I'm trying to think why I I think I was in there because I was on the front of the, health current. Yeah, that's probably why. Because I was like, I don't think I was talking about Adventures of Alley Cats, the book that I wrote. Um, yeah, so I was able to be in that parade and in a drop top. Shout out to Chantel and her mama Nana Nisi and Chantel's husband Toby because he definitely drove that drop top down Main Street when I was in the parade. So yeah, that was a pretty cool moment. There's a picture and I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna add it to my stories. So,
Yeah, I wanna see this. Yeah, I
mhm.
missed that moment,
Mhm.
that's the lockdown time.
Yeah.
Look, I
Yeah.
know I didn't, it's not mine, but I do wanna add, when what you said about a tradition,
Mhm.
and we didn't have we didn't know of Juneteenth. Like, it was a murmur, as in and what I mean by murmur, like, you heard, like, "Oh, yeah, black people, they were free, it's differently," but as you continue to research your history, that's when Juneteenth so when people say, "Well, it's never was around," well, they've been putting it underneath the bed and, in the back of the closet, but surprise, as smart as AI get, that's why we learn things. So, um but I grew up with we did do things for 4th of July because my oldest uncle was a veteran.
Mhm.
So we did go to his house for 4th of July, but we did have a tradition, and it's a black tradition, but it only lasts like 3 or 4 years, and that was because of safety. But every 4th of July, somebody would get the firecrackers thrown at 'em, and so you never knew who was it gonna be. Like, one year, they got my aunt. One year, they got, my little cousin, and when they got my little cousin, I think that was the last year, or second to last year, I take that back. But another year, they got, my other cousin who's older than I, but my little cousin, when they got him, that boy was 3 or 4. Like, it was his grandfather. Like, so it don't matter who. So, by the 4th one and, they had put burn marks on somebody. They was like, "Well, we're not gonna do that anymore." So, yeah, we did that's I really still to this day don't really like fireworks because of that. Because you looking around because all you hear is and you got seconds. Oh my God, like,
What
it
in
is
the world?
yeah, that was a little family tradition we had,
Put it
like,
in
for 4
reverse,
years.
Terry. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that was mine. I wanted to share. I wanted
Well, thank you, because that helps us to lead right into foolishness files. Because what the hell?
You sounded so
Jeez.
country. Well, thank you. I want you to go back and listen right there at that moment, the 52-minute mark, alright? Yeah. Well, thank you. That was a good one too.
I didn't even notice.
Oh, I got it. I thought look, I thought it was gonna come with a cold drink or something with it. Shout out to the South, baby. That was
Whew.
good. That was good.
Them southern grandparents. Well, my mom was also born in South too, so I guess
See?
here we are.
Yeah.
The most ambitious summer plan you've made that is already in jeopardy?
For this summer, just travel, period.
Mm.
Go on another, opportunity, and so my time is light, and, I don't I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Alright, what's a Juneteenth or summer cookout story that went completely sideways?
4th of July, was that 2020 or 2021? It was at my house. Had friends over, Jeffrey barbecued, and, from the food, not really this was I think my first time putting on a cookout, um, that yeah, I didn't prepare for that, so it's almost like we kinda ate in shifts, and then well, sometimes it because Jeffrey's a natural grazer anyway, but, then, verbals with friends.
Yeah, words for friends, more like
Ver
it.
verbals, just a little verbals with friends. Um, and yeah, it went sideways. That's why I'm gonna
Mhm.
redeem myself.
Were you having the next cookout?
I don't
Actually.
know.
Yeah, 'cause, you gotta let me know the day before. Actually, it's funny, I met this guy, and I was at a meeting, and someone was like, "Oh, I was gonna have this guy, he's a good grill," and so I had seen him because he's worked for desk, and so he walked me out because I had to get like a placard for parking. and he was like, I said, "Oh, word on the street, you a grill master." He said, "Oh, where you hear that from?" Uh, yeah, and it's crazy because the next day, I ran into him. He was like, "Well, you know, I'm a grill master." I said, "Yesterday you wasn't a grill master. Now today you're a grill master."
Now you are.
So I want to see what this grill master. So I found me somebody else too. So now I want to see, am I doing it right or did
Okay.
I learn something new? Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
This is perfect for Jeffrey because it says, if Jeffrey has not started the challenge, which we see is not, the most creative excuse you have for 2 weeks of silence on the challenge, and we want to hear it.
Ditto of what I just said. I just was seeing this other person trying to teach me how to grill. So yeah, I'm gonna use that as.
And it takes 2 weeks.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that the weather's right. You gotta make sure you got the cold is warm. You gotta make sure that the food with inflation is not as high, especially when the president say he loves inflation this week, so I don't know. Yeah. But no excuse. No excuse. We got it next week. Here she go again, y'all. Here she go again, doubling down, doubling down. Already asked. Next week, I got us. I got it. I got it. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. She's she's tough, y'all.
Mhm.
Uh, a Knicks take you've heard recently that made you question everything.
We were down by 29?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was crazy. I watched that game. I watched the game, and I remember they were down 24 with 8 minutes and some change left in the second quarter, and I was like, "This game's not over." Now we grew up. You go down 20 points, you're done. As my grandma said, "You're skunk." But you could feel that it wasn't, like, elusive. I said to myself, because I do a little bit of sports betting, uh
Okay.
but, I said, "If they go down 30, then they're not coming back." But they got down 29, and them suckers came back, so that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah, yeah.
The summer food you swear by that other people look at sideways.
Watermelon.
What?
Yeah. Some people don't like watermelon, the negative connotation on it. But
Eh.
if you look up my PSN, as in my PlayStation screen name, it has a watermelon as the symbol. But my cousin say whenever I'm online, he said, "I always know you're online, I see that damn watermelon." But I mean, summer
Huh.
food, watermelon, you can have watermelon in the morning, you can have watermelon for lunch, you can have watermelon for dinner.
Eh.
Um I learned a few years ago, we were, fishing. Actually, there's a little leaked footage of Ronnika actually was there on this trip, but, we actually ate watermelon with mustard on it. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's actually not it's bad. It's not something that I would go run to the table for, but,
Mm-mm.
but if somebody said, "Oops, I spilled mustard on it," I wouldn't say throw it out. Mm-mm. What's a summer tradition that you do that sounds questionable, but you are committed to it?
I get pedicures more often. Like, the girl that always does her nails doesn't do her toes also. No, in the summer, I'm like, "Yeah, bring the professionals in.
So you
Let's
don't do
do
your
it."
own toes?
No.
Okay. That was not I mean, I've had mine done once, and I just
Oh.
asking a random question. That was it.
Uh,
Mhm. I had it done in, Rhode Island. I went to Rhode Island. You gotta go other places and do other things.
that's true.
That's it. Yeah.
So, what is something you said this summer, "I'm going to," that we all know is not happening?
I'm going to New Orleans. We all know that ain't happening. It's too damn hot
Uh-huh, we
right now.
can't do it in the summer.
Too damn hot right now. Yeah. Somebody be like, "Oh, let's go to New Orleans." I'd be like, "Yeah," knowing that I'm not going. Look, only person that got me to go to New Orleans was you in the midst of, Death Valley.
I think it was in August, guys, it was in
Woo,
August.
woo. New Orleans it is
It's
an
hot,
oven. It's
and
an oven.
we walked the neighborhood. Sure
Arm
did.
armpits wet.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah. Yep, yep.
Mm-mm.
So we want you all to also submit your most unrealistic summer goal. Slide in our DMs. You can also slide in the Please Do Tell podcast on Instagram and slide in those DMs and tell us too. So,
Or give us
um,
some goals. Give us some
mhm,
goals. I want some new goals.
mm.
That's why, I think a lot of times, Renika, people get bogged down and try to avoid because the same goal, if your goal is to lose 15 pounds and you didn't try it 6 times, I mean, damn it, I would be a little depressed on doing it too. You know what I'm saying? So maybe the goal should be different. Like maybe I want to travel 15 miles a day, something a little bit different. So that's why I want like share some of them good goals.
Also, you all can submit your best excuse for not for Jeffrey not starting the Black Music Month challenge. So,
Here she go.
um,
I told y'all. Here she go again.
just saying, just wondering what's
I'll
going
be
on.
ready.
So
Damn it.
he said he's gonna be ready. He better be as ready as he is for rapid fire. Joom, joom, joom.
Are you ready? That's how I'm
I'm
gonna be
ready.
bullets at you.
Oh,
You been shooting at me all damn episode.
yeah. Okay. Would you like me to start,
Uh, uh,
or we
yeah,
just okay?
I will.
Nick. Okay.
Knicks winning the finals. Still yes, still no, or I've stopped making predictions.
Yes. In 5.
Hey, that's tonight.
I know. Woo. Challenge status right now in one word. No explanation, just the word. And the one that we just talked about, Black Music Month.
Cookout.
Hmm, okay.
Best prompt from the challenge so far.
A song by your favorite male voice. Summer kickoff moment, one sentence. What is it for you?
Graduation.
Mm.
High school. Juneteenth plan. What you doing? What you got?
Plan to go to the Niles Juneteenth festivities.
Oh wow! Shout out to Now.
There's
Wow, wow,
next
wow. I
weekend.
got an old boy out there. I wanna tell him. I want him to tell me more about these damn Juneteenth. You gotta
Mhm,
share. Yeah, please do
mhm.
share. Um, the
Oh, okay, he did right.
Story Salon fundraiser in one word.
Still electric.
I just realized we used the same word earlier.
Yeah, we did. It's okay. That's why I
Yeah.
was just like, oh, it's electric. Okay.
It didn't pop
Uh,
anything. That was
yeah.
terrible intro then, yeah.
Okay, it's all right.
Sorry about that.
Song that is your summer right now. First
Um,
answer.
yeah, scam that. Scam that. No.
No, it's spinach.
Oh yeah, spin that.
Spinach.
Yeah,
Where
spin
am
it.
I scamming?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty catchy. It's an
Mhm.
anthem. What are you most excited about for the rest of June?
Chilling.
What is
Chilling.
it? Just June. June is the chill.
And that is what we call rapid fire.
Come on now.
Mhm. Woo. Jeffrey, you ready to close us out?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
All right. So tomorrow is Juneteenth. We are sitting here in the middle of Black Music Month. And believe me, I know it's Black Music Month because Renika been on my ass about getting my prompt together. So, the day after a fundraiser that put Benton Harbor basketball stories in a room where they belong, in the middle of a finals run that has a whole city alive. Freedom looks like a lot of things. It looks like a song on a challenge prompt. It looks like a former player telling a story he's never told on a microphone. It looks like a city showing up for its team. It looks like this: two people who keep showing up for the stories that matter the most. All right, what you over there?
I'm trying to get my steps in.
I see, but shoot, you just threw me off.
Sorry.
No, 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 no. Um, it's on you.
So we are in it. The summer, the music, the community, the work, and we wouldn't have it any other way. So the Knicks, we would say the finals is tonight. Okay. The finals, game 5 is tonight. And what do we say? Knicks in 5. It's tonight. So the culture is still watching. So really, all I can say is let's go.
Nick.
All right, y'all. So we want to be able to reach more people. So you got to share this with your homies. With your homies. So if you're watching us, clearly we're on YouTube. Just don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And of course, share with a friend. And we love when you make comments because it tells us right where you made that comment. So it makes me go back and watch that story and chuckle with you. And if you're on the go and you want to listen, we're available on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you consume your podcast. And Jeffrey and I also do If You Know, You Know, but he'll talk more about that too. So, but you can find me on Instagram as Ronika, Ronnika .Williams. And again, you can follow the Story Salon on Instagram and on Facebook.
Alright, alright. So, as Renika, stated, you can find us on the If You Know, You Know late night show. It is actually on Facebook. We go live 10:15 Thursday nights on the If You Know, You Know late night show Thursdays, Facebook, 10:15, and then we release the episodes on the weekend on YouTube. Alright? You can find me at Mr. Fantastic World at MrFantastic World, WORLD. You can find me on Renika, I switched it. I think, even TikTok. I'm on TikTok, now on as Mr. Fantastic World.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
yes, I finally, some of them. I got to a point, Renika, I was like, they got rid of MySpace. They got rid of Vine. Like, I had already shared and said that I didn't care if they took all my information. So I was like, Snap and TikTok, no. But the slippery slope then put me in the moat. So here I am. So hit me up. Hit me up. Oh, and then Facebook with them reels, Facebook and Instagram. Let's
That's
get
where it's at. And the stories,
yes,
the
yeah,
stories.
yeah, yep, yep.
So, well, you all, until next time, I'm Ronika. That's
Jeffrey.
holla.